I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX, and you are on Protein Power, the show every week. I'm doing all about your nutrition out there, teaching you how you can take power over your nutrition. Today, we're going to talk about the best kept secret of contest prep dieting. And this is a game changer for any of you competitors out there. And this is also something that will correlate to anybody with any nutritional goal if you're trying to diet. Please do me a favor, fam. Subscribe to the channel and share the video when you get something out of it. Drop me a comment maybe. Thumbs up, anything you can do to help me get this thing out there. That's why I do these. I just want to help you. This is Protein Power. I'm Ryan Milton. Alright, so when we're talking about contest prep dieting, basically what we're talking about is dieting in general, right? Going into a contest prep and going into a show, it requires a very specific look though, so it's definitely a different approach than, maybe just your casual weight loss or your fat loss program. When you are a competitor, no matter what division, you have to attain a very specific level of actual conditioning, right? You're gonna have to be fairly lean in any of these divisions, and some of them actually super ultra lean. So what this takes is a very methodical and thought out approach on your actual prep, right? That's what we call a prep. In a way, talking about a contest prep, that 12 to 16 weeks coming into a show, that's actually more of another variation of basically a bodybuilder's diet, right? You're dieting down to attain the right look and the right criteria for your division, okay? And this usually takes a combination of training. It's going to take maybe some cardio. It's definitely going to take, though, some really good nutrition. And I want to tell you today, the best kept secret, what I always say is my best kept secret for coaching competitors. And that is this. Take a note, write it down, jot it down, and when you get what I say, subscribe to this channel, alright? Here's the best kept secret. You should always do as little as possible while still getting a result, okay? Now I'm going to say that again in a different way. Always do as little possible cardio as you can while attaining your result, and always eat as much food as you possibly can while still getting a result, okay? And right out the gate, I know a lot of you competitors or maybe coaches watching are like, whoa, what did you just say, Coach Ryan? Are you crazy, man? Did you have too many rages today? Like, what's going on with you? Why are you saying we should try to eat as much as we can? Shouldn't we do the opposite? Shouldn't we just drop those calories super low so we can get shredded, get lean, and get into that competition at our leanest? I'm going to tell you straight up, the best thing you can do as a competitor, okay, is to make sure that you do as little burn as possible regarding like cardio and extra calorie burn, and eat as much as you can on a prep, okay? The most effective approach to your contest prep will be eating as much as you possibly can going into the show. So the best dieting approach, literally, is doing as little change as you can while still getting a result. And the way that you want to go about this, right, is you want to accurately have already assessed and know where you need to be for your division, okay? So if you're doing bikini, you got to know what that look needs to be. If you want to do wellness, you got to know what that look needs to be. You want to do men's physique, bodybuilding, classic, any of this stuff, you got to know, okay, here's where I need to be. And one of the best ways to do this is to get yourself a coach. Don't go on Instagram, you competitors out there, and scroll through all this stuff and look at well-filtered, possibly angled, maybe even Photoshop poses of people and assume that that's what you should do. A lot of times also, even if you're looking at like NPC News Online, you're looking at just the stage shots, right? We're actually looking at the fact that the camera makes competitors appear leaner. A lot of competitors that get photo ready, as Sandy Williamson, head NPC IFBB judge, says, are not going to be stage ready when they show up. And that's because they're basically fitting the mold to look like a picture, but that's not actually what the judges want to see on show day. I've actually shown a lot of judges different pictures of, stuff, and they'll be like, oh, that's not what that competitor looks like on stage. They look a lot leaner here because of the lighting and the cameras and, whatever kind of gamma on different things that are coming into it, right? So it's a big mistake to get photo ready. You want to actually be able to understand the criteria of your vision and know what that needs to look like. And a lot of times getting a coach that knows what they're doing, has the experience, is going to be a dramatic level up in actually attaining a good competition physique. And now I know a lot of competitors want to self-coach. I know a lot of competitors unfortunately don't have coaches that even know what they're talking about. So what I want to say is anybody, if you're out here watching, you want some help for free, go to my website right now, TeamFFLEX.com, and you can subscribe to the free trial. It's a pop-up. It's a free trial of coaching. We'll show you what you need to do, how you need to train, how you need to go about stuff to get your best. And this is from world-class coaches. It's absolutely free. It's what we do on TeamFFLEX as a give back to our community, our audience, any of you watching. So go there, do that now. TeamFFLEX.com. Pop-up's going to come at you. Drop your email in, and you're getting the invite to the free coaching. Alright, so we said always eat as much as you possibly can, right? But what do I actually mean? Now I'm going to tell you my perspective as a coach. I'm going to tell you how we do things on TeamFFLEX. This is relevant for anybody out there if you never train with us. If you do, whatever, this is what you got to do. So we know what you need to look at, right? We know what you need to look like on stage day so you can do well, you can be your best, you can win, right? That's what you're there to do. If you're not there to win these, I don't really know why you're competing, right? So if you're there to win, then what you got to do is you got to understand what that look looks like. Where does that need to be, right? And hopefully you've done your homework, you've attained the muscle, you've done all that. Now all you got to do is diet and reveal it, right? That's what prep's for. You're just dieting down to show off that physique, show exactly what you need to fit for that category so you can get your trophy, get your first place and head home. That's the goal, okay? But you got to know there's a process to this. The actual prep process, you can't just like snap your fingers and it's going to happen. No, it's got to be 12 to 16 weeks of a very methodical and well thought out diet. And this has to be because, okay, a lot of times when you diet, guess what you can do? You can burn muscle mass. You can easily go catabolic and start tearing off muscle. Even though you might be burning fat, you're also burning off the shape. Everything is bodybuilding here, right? Bikini is bodybuilding. Wellness is bodybuilding. You got to have that right shape, symmetry, size, and proportion if you want to go into these shows and do your best. So if you start burning muscle 16 weeks out because you dropped yourself to 800 calories or thought it was a good idea, or your coach is a fucking genius and gave you a 1,000-calorie diet, well now you're going to burn muscle away. You're probably going to be burning out and you're going to show up at stage looking just skinny fat, right? You might have lost weight, scale might have gone down, all these other markers might have said cool, but the physique doesn't look right. You know, your muscles down, you don't have shape, you don't have the right size, you don't have the right symmetry, nothing's going in your favor because your conditioning isn't even there either. And that's going to result in poor placing. Now, guess what else happens? That goes from there to further bad placings at other shows because the metabolic damage is going to happen from doing the crash diet. The hormone damage that will happen from doing the crash diet. All these different things that will come in from doing a prep in the wrong way will dramatically affect you in a negative manner that is not going to assist you in your competition journey, and you might develop symptoms and side effects of a prep, which are so normal for so many coaches and clients, but I don't believe they should be. You don't need to experience side effects for 16 to 18 months like many people do. Rapid weight gain, slow metabolism, hormone problems. All these things can be avoided if you do what I said, and that's eat as much as you can while still getting the result. So eat as much as you still can while getting a result. Let me tell you what it looks like from a real coaching perspective so that you can get an idea. Let's say I got a bikini girl and I'm training her. She's about 12 weeks out from her show. We're getting ready for a comp. She's ready to go. She had a great improvement season. We did everything right. We reversed her calories. We got her macros up. She's got the right muscle. She's got more body fat than she needs, obviously, because this is the improvement season, right? There's phases to this sport. And so we need to cut that body fat. Let's say she's at around 2,200 calories a day. 2,200 calories a day. This happens all the time for women I coach for many divisions because we do reverse diets so successfully they can get higher calories, okay? So let's say she's at 2,200 calories. We're about to start into her prep. Now, there is an individuality that comes with all this. I know from coaching all my different clients for all over the years that I might give you a general rule right here, general answer, and that won't apply to everybody. I'm going to tell you straight up, it will not apply to every single person because of the fact that everybody has individual differences. So you might need to do some variation of this, but regardless, I might take those 2,200 calories, right? And I say, okay, well, here's the protein, here's the carbs, here's the fats, and now I'm looking for something to cut. We're on prep, right? We got to get lean. We got to get that first place. And so how are we going to do it is I'm going to look at these macros, I'm going to cut those calories down. Because I already know this person, this competitor, this example, this bikini competitor we're talking about, she's maintaining right here at 2,200. So I'm going to cut those down because that's going to be the only way to burn fat and attain that right stage look, okay? Now, I will start as a coach. Here's a general rule. Remember individuality. I will start between 200 to 500 calories as a cut, and that is it, okay? So I will take that woman's calories, and I might say, okay, we're gonna cut 200 off for our first week right here. The macros breakdown, I would do that all differently for each person, very important. Can't give you a generic answer here, but let's say I just cut her 200 calories, okay? So now she's at 2,000 calories a day, and what I'm gonna do is as her coach, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna see how her check-ins look 7 days from now, okay? I'm gonna watch her workout performance, see how she's doing in the gym. Is she hitting it hard? Is she still hitting the weights good? The weights are up. And then I'm gonna see, okay, what do the actual check-ins look like? How's the scale looking? Even though I don't care that much. How's the pictures looking? What about them measurements? If we're doing body fat, how's that body fat? I'm looking at all this, and then I say, okay, now we either going to continue that process, go another week, or we're going to add more, or what needs to be changed. And this is why I say it's very, very advantageous to any competitor to have a coach, especially ones that can do the coaching to the level that we can do on TeamFFLEX, because I can literally see if you're hitting your weights. I can see if you hit your macros all the time. I can see if you're doing your workouts and your pictures and your stats and compare them with graphs and do everything else. That's what TeamFFLEX coaching app does. That's why I said go try it out. If you still want to, go there now, TeamFFLEX.com. But the point is here, is I'm looking at that and I'm going to say, okay, good. So maybe we didn't get results that week. Well, it might be time to drop those more. I got to think about some other factors. What do I know about this person? Do I know how fast they respond? Are they going to respond slower? What could be resulting and why check-ins could be a little bit off? And I'm probably not going to change anything, honestly. And I will go another week before I would see and assess and look at the trends now. Where are we at? Are we moving the right way? Or, well, maybe the scale's not changing, but how do the pictures look? How's everything coming along there? And is this working? But my goal all the time is keep competitors eating as much as I possibly can. And so by the time, sometimes we get to comps, right, with some of these bikini competitors and so on and so forth, and they're eating, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 calories sometimes at shows, and they are winning. And if you are a bikini competitor and you've done preps with coaches that don't coach like this, you know that's unheard of. A lot of you, that have done competitions go into the 800s. I've talked to many competitors that go 600, 400. And I'm talking about calories per day, ladies. Calories per day. We're talking about eating 400 calories per day, what most of my clients would eat in a breakfast, right, or snack in a day. And that's what they do for 12 weeks. And the crash diet does not support the best physique. You might get really lean once, but there's a difference between getting really lean once and being able to continue to get lean, right? And that comes from having a good metabolic health, having good hormones, and doing preps that don't tax these things. We don't want to tax your hormones. We don't want to tax your metabolism. We want you going into a competition feeling your best. Now, aside from the amazing physique benefits of having higher calories on a prep, right? You're going to hold more muscle for sure, which means better shape, better size. This is bodybuilding, right? Your conditioning is probably going to be better. You're going to look even tighter because your body is not saying, hey, we need to hold a lot of body fat. Our calories are still really good. And there's the whole mental side to this, right? When you're going on a prep and you have to starve yourself, it definitely taxes your mindset. Definitely taxes your energy levels. Definitely taxes your ability to do your job, your day job, take care of your kids, be a good partner in a relationship, relationship, whatever it is you're trying to do, it definitely will affect those things, right? There's no doubt that if I said, hey, anybody watching right now, cut your calories to 500 a day, then all of you would have a dramatically bad day, because you would. And please, that was not a suggestion. Do not do that, okay? What you always got to do on prep, no matter what you're trying to do, is eat as much as you possibly can while still getting results. And when I'm saying still getting results, that's going to come really down to your coach, okay? A lot of times, competitors, I'm going to be honest with you, you get in your own head. You can't see the changes day to day. You can't see the actual picture differences. You can't see the scale moving. And you focus too much on the numbers in general, right? If the scale doesn't move, but the pictures look dramatically different, all you see is that number, and you're not looking at what's actually the goal here, because no judges are weighing you on stage, right? Coaches, however, can see. They understand the methodology. They understand the process, and they're not you. So they're not sitting there looking at themselves in the mirror every day, wondering if they're ready, second guessing themselves, questioning everything. And with that, it is a huge advantage, a huge support system, a huge way to get way further in this sport is to get a coach. And that's why there's teams, that's why there's coaches. And when you get with qualified ones, that's why you win your shows, ladies and gents. That's why you can take this sport further. I will say this, anybody can get lean 1, 2, or 3 times doing these crash diet preps. And that's what a lot of them do, unfortunately. A lot of them think that becomes the norm. And then all of a sudden, they're dealing with the health side effects. They're dealing with the problems. They're dealing with the fact they can't get lean no matter what they do. They could cut their calories to 0 at this point, and they won't lose a fucking pound because their body's rebelling. And that's because now they're dealing with health problems, metabolic problems, and a myriad of other issues that come from doing a prep the wrong way that will last for years of your life, potentially the rest of your life. So it's definitely something to avoid. So now you know Coach Rye's best kept secret for having a best competition physique when it comes to your diet, how to diet into a contest prep in the best way is actually keeping your food as high as you can. Keeping your calories as high as you can. And I could go all day about each macro, proteins, carbs, fats, fibers, where those should be, when they shouldn't be, what to adjust. I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video. This is an invitation to open your mind. Okay, anybody out here watching this, if you've done the prep where you had to be miserable, you did the prep where you had to crash diet, you did the 1,000 calories, the 800, the 500 calorie prep, and you were miserable through it, but you still won, so you feel good about that, and you think that's the normal. I'm going to tell you this, there's a whole different way to do it. And the longevity, you got to think about the longevity of what your goals are. You got to think about the longevity of what you're trying to do. You don't want to just be the best competitor once. You want to adapt bodybuilding, bikini competitors, wellness competitors, figure, men's physique, all this stuff. You want to adapt this as a lifestyle. If you're going to choose to bodybuild, which is anybody that chooses to lift weights for a specific look, in my opinion, if you're going to choose to do that, choose the lifestyle. Do it for the healthy reasons. Do it for the wellness reasons. Do it for the benefits it's going to give you that are way beyond your actual aesthetics. And if you're going to go into it only for aesthetics, you're going to go into it leaving with a lot of health problems. And that's the huge issue that so many competitors face. And I understand, unfortunately, a lot of people are not out there talking about this. You're not going to find many coaches that will tell you to do what I just did, because not many coaches even know how to tell you how to do that. They wouldn't know how to coach you how to do that. They wouldn't even do that themselves when they compete, because they literally don't have that knowledge. And so I'm here to invite you to open your mind a bit and understand there's a whole world out there of possibilities and opportunities when it comes to training and nutrition and what can actually be done with contest prep. And the fact that you can go through preps without side effects. You can go through preps that are not miserable. You can win shows having had a great experience. Most of the competitors on TeamFFLEX will tell you straight up, if they've competed with other coaches, they'll for sure do this. They'll say, I don't even feel like I'm on prep, and I just won my show. And that's because they never got into the parts of prep that are, the normal miseries of prep. Just do the work no matter what. It doesn't matter how shitty you feel. The shittier you feel, the better you're doing. That's all bullshit. And anybody who wants to call me out on that. Any of you coaches, any of you competitors watching, let's have a conversation. Call me, and I want to talk to you, okay? Because I will argue this all day, that when you get into those modes, it's not benefiting you. You're not hardcore. You're not cool because you fucking want to grind yourself on the treadmill for 2 hours a day and eat 500 calories. You're actually doing more work and you're doing detrimental stuff to your body because of it. And in reality, you can do a great prep, have a great physique, win your shows, go as far as you want, get a damn pro card, doing it the way I just stated, okay? And that's just one small fraction of a piece of what I could even talk about, but I literally don't want to talk for 5 hours here for you. So that's all I'm going to say today. That's my best kept contest prep secret that I don't want to be a secret, and that's why I came out here and spilled it. If your coach is cutting your calories down, if you're dropping really low, if you're in severe cuts all of a sudden because, you know, you just said you're on prep and now your coach cut you 1,000 down or something, you got to put a serious red flag up, wave it, and, you know, figure out, is this the right thing? Is this going to be the best thing for you? Maybe you should reassess your decision, try to get a refund, or just abandon your money at that point and go get with a different coach that's not going to damage your health. Because I'll tell you what, you're going to pay up front in two ways. You can either pay for a more qualified, better coach that's not going to get you in these bad spots, or you can pay for a cheaper coach that doesn't know what they're doing, and then you land yourself in the hospital or dealing with health problems or spending money on meds to support the rest of the problems that you have for the rest of your life. It's going to cost you a lot more to do the latter, ladies and gents, all right? So again, my invitation, please open your mind, please think about these things, and if you want some serious help from TeamFFLEX, me and my awesome team of coaches, where we coach exactly like I described today in this video, it's TeamFFLEX.com. There's a pop-up free trial. Put your email in. It invites you to our coaching app where we can take you through your own free coaching experience with us. We do this as a give back. We do this as education. We want to help you get further. We don't even care if you ever sign up for a program or not with us. This is literally a give back. I don't care if you're working with another coach or anything, or even one of my direct competitors. Please come try it out. Please enjoy the experience. Please get the benefit of the knowledge that can change your life and give you the best thing. My dream is honestly for anybody to come here. Maybe you train with another coach, maybe you're training yourself, whatever, and you experience this and it gives you something that helps you do better, helps you get further, helps you win your show. Even if we never coach you, that's the goal, right? We want to see everybody be successful, see everybody be able to get further, and see you be able to have power and control over your nutrition. That's why it's Protein Power. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. Please go do that trial. Please make sure you subscribe, you share the video, give me a thumbs up, let me know the comment. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Coach Rye is out.